Beware poverty, these children, avoid them if you can. Beware poverty, these children, avoid them if you can. They reside in Blackistan and in rural areas, upper middle class, you name it. Happy New Year. Wow. I've been having a really good Monday. Hope you guys have as well. And I'm going to do a video on something that I must share with you. Then I said, hey, you know what? I got to make this call in about 2 hours, this conference call. I said, so until then, let me go ahead and maybe get a few videos going. Okay. And I really want to share something with you. I just thought, wow. We wonder why some people are on top and why some people are at the bottom. Again, having a great day, talking investments. I was telling someone, I said, you know, let's try and get this going because a portfolio prevents poverty. And if you can get your money working for you, that's great. That enables you to do some things that you want to do, not that you have to. You know, we have to go to work. You may not want to go some days, but you got to go. Why? Because you have an obligation. You know, there's an expectation of you and, you know, the financial situation. So, yeah, there are things that we have to do. But sometimes, you know, I support businesses. I support a business mindset. I am anti the violence in Blackistan. I'm just not with it. And we can try and keep our heads in the sand. For some of us that choose that, we want to pretend like, well, we got some bangers out here and we got some men out here that's slanging, they taking care of those kids. How many of them are they? I see some of the comments and it's like, ain't no way in hell you're gonna get me to think that in Blackistan most of these men are taking care of their children. Are you kidding me? It's a safe place to be. So some of us may live through rose-colored glasses. I don't see it every day. Thank goodness I don't, but I know it's there. Some of us want to pretend like, oh yes, and my baby daddy, he out there slinging, but I tell you, he's a great provider, and this is what they do. Cut the BS. Yours might and good for you. That's not the norm in Blackistan. Blackistan is known for terror. It is known for death. It is known for drama, fighting and killing. No one wants to reside there. So I was having I'm still having a good Monday, but some of this stuff, I have to stand back and just say, having one conversation positive, and I want to share with you all when I say leave Blackistan, the mindset, you sure as hell better. You thank me if you do. I want to discuss something with you that someone else is also doing. I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder that they got to come up. Talk about teamwork. Talk about teamwork. And then I decided to do a few videos, and then it reminds me, hey, look what you just left and what they're doing, but look at what we're doing. Look at what's going on in our neck of the woods here in Blackistan. It's not acceptable. It's not. It is psychologically dehumanizing to live the way a lot of our people are living. So it's the new year, first day of trading. Happy trading to everyone that trades. I hope you made some money today. I think we're off to an awesome start. But let's see, what do we have here in video land in Blackistan? Oh, let's see what's going on with the children here. You know, the children that are our future. What do we have for the children here in Blackistan? What does their future look like? As I said before, some people are playing and some people are planning. Only thing I see us planning is death, poverty, and funerals. So let's check this out. Fair use video number 1.
New year, and already Memphis police are busy investigating several violent crimes.
Wow.
Across the city, there were at least 6 shootings yesterday into today.
Wow.
Among the victims were children, 3 in fact. WREG's Jordan James is live with reaction from community members who are saying last year was tough. This is not how they wanted to ring in 2022. Jarita, after a record-setting year of violence, this is not how the community wanted to bring in this year. As you mentioned, we had several shootings involving children, which is why they want to see changes moving forward. 3 crime scenes, 2 different outcomes, and 1 resounding message. Memphis, we just got to do better. This plea coming after a 17-year-old boy was killed last night at a Hickory Hill home. Then 4 hours later, a 3-year-old baby was shot in the neck. Now today, a 13-year-old boy was shot outside of a Parkway Village gas station. Is where we find Warren Cannon. The fact that people would aimlessly just start shooting knowing that his kids around just shows the ignorance is still going on. The youngest of the 3 victims is Ayanna Morris. Her family says she was inside of this Nutbush home when someone fired several rounds into it. It's hard to have to see your little niece like that. Anybody will be mad or want answers because it's so sensitive, because people currently committing crimes and not understanding the consequences that they doing behind it. This shooting not only impacting the Morris family, but those who live in this Nutbush neighborhood who heard everything unfold. That happened right after 12 o'clock. When that kid, I heard the lady come out screaming, blood-curdling screams. And oh my gosh, it's the most terrifying thing I've ever heard. Just awful. I've never believed that. Last year, 31 children were killed due to gun violence in the city. This week, rioters held an event in their memory. Come on, Memphis, Tennessee, wake up! How many more do we have to lose before you get tired? But you're going to get tired one day, but don't get tired when it's too late. A community in mourning as the violence continues in a new year.
And she's right. They're not tired of it. She's right. They're not tired of it. We'll never be tired of it. This is part of Black culture for some who don't want to face it. Don't kid yourself. This is part of Black culture. That's why a lot of people get mad about Lil Rodney. If you're a fan of Lil Rodney in that kind of atmosphere, this is not the channel for you. I'm not going to call to you. We don't want to hear about that. He is a child with a gun. This is Black culture. No other culture on the planet does this. Nobody. This is Black culture. We're not tired of it. It's part of the culture. It's part of how the people think and operate. There is no accountability. This is what the Dusties do, the Dustinas and the IODs. If it applies, then guess what? Wear it. That's what you chose. Let me explain the IOD to you, to somebody who may not get it. An IOD can apply to a woman whether she's a baby mama or whether she's married or got her so-called boyfriend. When you raise a kid that's not worth a damn, you don't give a damn, you have it by a man that's poverty D, you're not too bright yourself, and the streets raise your child, and they're committing these crimes, and you still providing 3 hots and a cot for little Jamal. That's what you are, an IOD, incubator of destruction. I don't give a damn. Well, they were raised in a 2-parent home, and good for them. Good for them. Some children choose that. But some people are having IODs on purpose. You can be a single mother, doesn't mean you're IOD, but if you're a ratchet one, you're supporting the criminal, you're an IOD. If they have 2 parents, like a little gangbanger from last year, he wanted to go to the party, and they said no. 17 years old. So y'all don't know what y'all dealing with? No, it's okay long as it's out there. But they're not realizing you got an IOD on your hand. And look, the IOD turned on the family because they couldn't go to a party. How dumb is it? Because you cannot go to a party. We're going to see about going to that party in that jail cell. See if they'll let you out to go to the party. The little kid, the one that's 12 years old, I keep missing events. Sweetheart, you're going to be in there till you're 19 years old. You're finna miss a whole lot of events. I had to cut my bracelet, my ankle thing off so I could go to my friend's funeral. I didn't have the last name. I had to go. Well, you missed the funeral, and you're finna miss a lot more events because they're going to hold you until you're 19 years old. Cutting the bracelet off wasn't worth it. This is what you're raising in the Black community. The ones that's doing all this shooting, IODs. So when you willingly You just have a child by any old thing. You don't give a damn, neither does he. The little thing you put here, little Tyrone, little Tariq, or little Megan, whatever the hell her name is, the Dustinas as well. They're running amok, causing violent crimes. They're harming other peoples. You're an idea of destruction. Why? Because you're a child. It's what they're out in the community. They're just destroying lives. They cause destruction. You put it here, and you okay with it? Well, I don't approve, but you look the other way. You want to put out your mind knowing darn well what's going on. You don't try to intervene or anything. You put this here, you and your man. You're IOD, an incubator of destruction. If the shoe fit, sweetie, wear it. And you can be an incubator of destruction when you have two parents. Now, you do have parents. Let's not be silly. You do have parents that teach kids right or wrong. They're going to do whatever the hell they want to do. Let them go. Let them go. But when you sit up here and you perpetuate, make excuses, I saw a comment where someone said these parents are like, oh, they think it's cute. So very true. Oh, somebody coming, he's so bad, come and get him. I hope the laws come and get him. And I hope he disappears. You think that ghetto stuff is cute. Incubator of destruction. They're out here robbing cars, you know, doing what. Where you get that Louis Vuitton bag from? Where you get that Balenciaga bag from? It might have a drop of blood on it. She'll wipe it off and put it on her own nasty arm. Why? Incubator of destruction. She knows her child didn't buy that Balenciaga bag. Child barely got money for milk. And if the child does have it, it's probably stolen or robbed somebody. Doesn't care. Doesn't care. Incubator of destruction. When they drop your child, become a hashtag, I'll be glad. You put it here and you unleash it on society. Poverty D and poverty C. Poverty P. And the C word does fit as well. Incubators of destruction. Just shooting. Killing your own. This is Blaq culture. It's self-destructive. Gee. We all have different opinions, but not in Blackistan. Oh, no. You can't have a different opinion in Blackistan. Really? Have a difference of opinion in Blackistan leads to an argument. This is Blaq culture, whether you want to face it or not. You can say, oh, you can put all races, you can put a group of people lined up. It's like, oh, somebody bumped into somebody and got shot. They're going to all think, oh, Black. Because we act like that. But go ahead and have your blinders on. Have your blinders on. I have no sympathy for incubators of destruction. Whether you're a baby mama or married or got your boyfriend, I have no sympathy for you. Sure, you can teach kids the right or wrong. They're going to go their own way. They're out here shooting people, murdering, RAPE, robbing, and you still trying to coddle it. You are an incubator of destruction. I don't care if you got your wedding ring on, you and your man. Again, last year, the little dude, he wanted to go to the party. Hearing no. Why do you think he was so quick to pull that gun out? He's been doing it. He just been doing it out in the streets. And now you want to try to put your foot down and I'm going to be, I'm the dad here. I'm going to put my foot down and you are not going to the party. See, I kind of wonder if they saw things getting out of hand, realizing, uh-oh, I think we better try to keep him in. It's too late. You let him get too far gone. You let him get too far gone. Now you want to try to reel him on in. Maybe that's your thought process. He's 17, takes the whole family out because he couldn't go to a party. I bet they're having a party with him, and it's not the kind of party he would like. Don't think. The 13-year-old kid trying to run game, just like the grown Negro, was it Wilson, trying to run game on Goldman Sachs. Really? Now you want squat box and spinning to do. So embarrassing. You're not that clever. That kid thought he was clever. Well, if I mess up, give me one more time and keep me for a year. And the judge was like, you said that last time. And they weren't moved by the waterworks. So foolish. Got a picture of the judge saying, F the judge. See, when you get an arrest record, that's what they call getting the white folks in your life. They're going to keep up with you. These people haven't kept control by sleeping on the job. They know to always keep their eye out on what's going on. See, we don't. We want to pretend, and then when things get out of hand, We want to pretend that, oh, all these men out here that's hustling and slanging, they doing it for their kids to put them through school. You may have one dope dealer or one man to get it together and decide to invest in his kids that's not for Blackistan. Because if that's the case, you wouldn't have so many sitting up on WIC. And what is this? Getting a voucher for Section 8 housing. If that's how they operate, and that's not part of our culture, then how are all these women sitting up here getting on housing, Section A, food stamps, you name it? Zaddy has to step in. If not, the race will die out. Because Dustinas are still carrying the seed of poverty D. Still. And you wonder why it's not any different. That's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get. So yeah, keep your head in the sand if you want to. I'm going to do a video. I have to get this done. Yeah, I'm going to do this right after this one here. I want you to see how the other ones, what they're doing. I'm speaking with my financial advisor today. Sure, I trade myself. I'm like, hey, this right here is going on. What do you think I should do about this? So I'm thinking about this here. Here's my idea about it. Yes. Why? I listen. People, I'm not a millionaire. Hell, they are. I listen. If somebody pops something in my lap, if that's 5 or 10 G's, or do I need anything major? No. I send this home for the girl. Let's go to the mall. Let's go get some mani and patties. Let's go get us a massage. Just go, Oh, I mean, really. Been to the mall too much. I don't need the personal shopper at Gucci. I don't need you, boo-boo. I don't plan on seeing you for. I don't need you. You might hear from me maybe in 3 years. I'm doing fine. I don't need you to. No, I'm fine. I call people. I listen. So what do you think I should do about this here? Got it. Like I said before, I wanted me a Tesla. I don't have any room for a Tesla, okay? There's no room to park the darn car. And I'm not going to park away someplace else. That's not happening. I listen to people who've done well for themselves. And I want to share a video with you. I hope the Dustinas can listen. I know the Black women will listen. Whew, I thought about it. I said, I was telling a friend of mine, I said, you won't believe what just happened. When are our people going to get it? So let's go ahead and get to this video. I'm not trying to begin sad over Blackistan. Can't even have a difference of opinion. Walk your ass away, please. His expression. But it's mighty funny. Other people can talk to Black people crazy, disagree with them, and we don't pull out the gun and shoot them like that. But see, that self-hatred, it is very strong. Again, if you can, avoid the seed of poverty D. They are very angry, you see. Check this out.
Happening tonight, an argument inside the Forsyth Walmart ended in gunfire and one teenager dead, another under arrest. Ashlyn Webb is in Monroe County with more details on tonight's top story.
Yes, the teen killed has been identified as 17-year-old Cedric Mays. According to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, it all started with a fight between Mays and another teen inside the produce section of the store. According to the Sheriff's Office, the argument between Mays and 17-year-old Johntavius Bowden continued into the frozen food section.
We were just going grocery shopping, and then that's when we heard 5 or 6 gunshots. And we didn't know what to do, so I just told him to just run out the door.
Investigators say Bowden pulled out a pistol and shot Mays several times. Forsyth Police, Monroe County Sheriff's Office, and Georgia State Patrol all responded, and they found Mays dead. Throughout the evening, dozens stood outside the Walmart, including Mays' family. Walmart shoppers still in shock, including Cesar Silva.
And we saw a kid just running around like he looked like confused. It's just crazy to happen somewhere where there's kids and families all the time.
Anything can happen now.
In Blackistan.
We normally don't have incidents around here at the Walmart, like shooting, but like I say, anything can happen anywhere in America now.
Monroe County Sheriff Brad Freeman says there's no longer a threat to the public. Deputies took in the suspect, 17-year-old Bowden, into custody this evening. We'll continue to follow the story as it develops. Reporting in Forsyth.
What was the name?
Has been identified as 17-year-old Cedric Mays. According to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, it all started with a fight between Mays and another teen inside the produce section of the store. According to the Sheriff's Office, the argument between Mays and 17-year-old Tyrone Johntavius Bowden continued.
Tyrone Johntavius Bowden. I want to know, Tyrone Johntavius. Who that sound like to you? Glocktavius' brother. Anything can happen anywhere, especially in Blackistan. What the hell are you arguing about so much to do this? You just don't know how to walk your behind, walk away? And here we have a mother's tears. This is Blaq Culture, whether you want to face it or not. Does somebody want us? Heck, we don't want us around. Nobody want us around. When they start seeing the kind of like a hood element, oh, I want to move it around. This is Blaq Culture. This right here, that's why you need to do selective breeding, or do us a favor, don't breed at all. We got enough little rottenies running around. How did that child get out of hand like that? And that's not the only one. Already killing what, Lil Devin? Bust in, masked men? We don't want to face it. Some don't. A lot of our people, this right here, these might as well be just black men working for the Klan. That's how stupid they are. An argument. They say your black ass is inferior every day, and what do you do about that? I'm telling you, put some of these same ones, and I'm not saying to go and try and target people of other races. I'm letting you know how bad the self-hatred is. Blackistan. Other people won't do that. No. You can other races drop them off in WPB in well, not, please don't drop them off there, especially while I'm around in Palm Beach. And they start looking at you a little strange. But Palm Beach is a little, I mean, it's a very friendly place. But it's so in any place, let them be around people that don't look like them and see if they're so quick to do that. No, they're just gonna walk away. That's how much that anger is. I'm going to share with you today how the other people avoid anger, what they're doing. And I'm like, I heard this before. Now somebody else doing it again? What the hell? Black women, it's time to put the boots down. You got to see about yourselves. Carry the seed of poverty deed if you want. Carry it. Poverty deed, it's a disease. So now we have a young have a black woman here has to bury her an argument. Who did it? The Klan member? Who did it? With a name like Tyrone Johntavius. Who the hell you think did it? We already know who did it. Who has name? The name speaks volumes. This is our culture. This is Blaq Culture, whether you want to face it or not. It happens every day. This is Blaq Culture. Welcome to Blackistan. This is where anger resides, jealousy, definitely death. Oh, it's about guaranteed. Again, living in Blackistan, man, that should be a qualifier for PTSD. It should be some checks rolling out. This is Blackistan. The poor and that makes me want the poorest group of men on the freaking planet. You know what someone just said to me today? I knew someone having a problem, and the person called me up. And I knew then someone that kind of told me. I said, "Yeah, the person did ask for me. You want to cash what now for the holiday? Or you want me to write you a check for the holiday?" Now I keep my expenses low. You need what now? I know that's not going to happen. I'm able to help you. You need tens of thousands of dollars. Kind of got into a bind. We want a certain lifestyle. So somebody I know, I was telling one of my friends about it, one of the money friends. This is how they operate. And I said, I can't do it. I said, oh my God. Person said to me, this is, again, real men are providers. Why you keep having the poverty DC? If you want to be a struggling parent, you just want to have a child, that's fine. But if you want to have a child by yourself and just struggle and bring poverty, then accept that. But don't try to get somebody to feel bad for you. So I'm to the point now, we got to start looking at these Dustinas, okay? Looking at them a little bit differently. Because by now, carrying the seed of poverty deed, it just don't make no darn sense. It really doesn't. You know what's going to happen. You're going to be in the hood. You're going to be sitting up here trying to dodge some bullets. The worst that can happen will happen in Blaqistan. So check this out. So I said, yeah. I said, oh, yeah. I said, I got a call from a friend of mine. I'm like, I just can't believe this happened. This, and the other happened. And now I said, man, this person just put all this in. I'm like, oh, my gosh, they're really into a bind. And I said, someone told me that, and I really didn't buy it. I'm like, no, it can't be that bad. It'll be fine. She just kind of exaggerating. So then I get the little call. I'm talking to one of my friends who I know is in real estate. Of course, the brother from another mother. The person said, asked me about the property, asked me about the person's house. He says, oh, yeah, well, if that's happening, that person right there, they're probably going to have a problem with that house. And they asked me how much the house is worth. I said, the house is worth about $3. I said, I'm guessing maybe 3 has to be probably about 3,000 by now. I'm guessing that's probably the value of it. And it's very nice. Okay. They got like in a new subdivision, so it's kind of far out where they live. This is not the seed of poverty, Dean. The person said to me, get your friend on the phone. And I'm like, you going to give him some kind of advice? Oh, no. Do you like the house? I'm like, it's not my place. It's my friend's. Get your friend on the phone and let them know you want to introduce him to someone, and I'll make a deal. I'm like, you're going to help him? He goes, oh, no. Says, I'm going to go ahead and make a deal on the house. So, I'll handle it with the bank and just buy it from him. Of course, he said the person is probably desperate. So this is a shark. I'll make a deal with them. At least they can leave with their name. If not, they're going to probably end up losing that house. They're going to have a foreclosure. And with the bank, trust me, they won't be able to get a place to live, or able to rent, because they're going to have that foreclosure on there, blah, 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 blah. The credit is going to be ruined. So the best thing we can do right now is to go ahead and make a deal. Get your friend on the phone and tell them that we're going to make a deal with them. I'll make the deal. I'll buy the house. I said, you're going to buy my friend's house? I said, it's a beautiful home. But I said, but no, the person needs to stay in the house. That's the problem. This has gotten out of hand. He goes, no. It's a dog eat dog world. Tell them, well, we'll go ahead and make a deal. I'll handle the deal. I don't really want the house, have enough real estate, and I'll give it to you. And you can have it. Because that's going to be, I can see how to make a good deal out of this here. I said, I can't do that. Are you crazy? I said, this is my friend. I said, I'm thinking you're going to make a deal to help. He goes, no. I'll make a deal to get the house. Then she'll have to leave. At least she'll have her credit. And then you can have it. I said, oh my gosh. I said, that is like cold. I said, I just can't do that. You can't, I can. Huh. I thought, wow, I can never do that to my friend. Oh my God, I could never. Oh, I just can't. I could never do that. But guess what? People like that. That's why it's good to leave Blaqistan. In case you get into a bind, they have resources to help you. I've already gotten help. Like I said, I don't try to pretend. This lady like this right here on the screen. This is Blaqistan. So those people, they have resources, they planned. I said, man, that's really cold, calculated. But hey, you know how they are like on the show in Billions? That's real life. That person can do it. I said, I can. And the person said to me, oh, I know you can't. That's why I'll do it. I said, I just could not do that in good faith. Oh my goodness. I just cannot. I just can't. That is my friend. I could never. That person operates so differently. Life is business. Guess what, black women? Better wake the hell up, and some black men too. If you don't get it, life is business. So stop and think. This lady right here just lost her son. She's all crying and all upset. And looking at her, I don't know her situation, but I'm willing to bet she's not a woman of a lot of means. This woman may not even have a portfolio. You understand? This woman on this screen, she may not even have $5,000 or $10,000. And guess what? That's not unreal in our world. It's not. We live check to check. How do you think she feels having to grieve? Probably have to do a GoFundMe, bury her son, mind just whacked out of her mind. This is what Blaqistan does to you. Mind is just whacked out, but she still got to get up and go to her work or go to her job like everything is okay. Why? It's so much on her. She got to pay for a roof over her head. Who can she call to help her out? I can pick up the phone in case something happened to me. You know, oh my gosh, I got wiped out. I'm confident, and it won't be my family. Don't even. Oh, that's a joke. And they're middle class people. You know, they're not like, yeah, we don't really. Everybody's pretty much doing well for themselves. Maybe one or two that might be, a little different. But everybody, they live above their. A lot of them have better places than I do. Trust and believe that. But stop and think. She needs some time to herself. Who's going to fund this lady's responsibilities and say, hey, we can take care of it? Who can she call to help her? See how hard life is in Blaqistan? You work hard, check the check, and then some drama comes your way because you're living in Blaqistan, and it's the black ones that look like you that's harming and killing you, and you have to deal with that grief, the loss of your child, and you still got to go to work. When the hell does she grieve? She might be sick, child, bedridden, can't get up. Gotta force yourself to get up. And then you wonder why, if we're not being killed in the streets, we're being killed by our health. Welcome to Blaqistan. High blood pressure. Oh, stressed out, heart attack. Blaqistan. Why couldn't the youngster, Johntavius, whatever his damn name is, just walk away? Just walk away. Agree to disagree. Just walk away. I like Apple stock. Somebody might say they hate it. I love Tesla stock. I don't want that old stock. I don't like that. I don't like that company. Okay. You want to box up over that? Are you kidding me? That's Blaqistan. Who's going to help her through this? I guarantee, I wouldn't be surprised she's got to get up and probably go to work, get 3 days off for her son, and back at it again to a stressful life. So then you got to cope with that and then work your job. Sometimes like women have more than one job, and then you're stressed out, and then you're overeating because that's your comfort. No one is there for you. Where's her backup to say, you know what? You might need to take a leave. The job may offer, but can she afford it? That, what I just told you about a friend of mine, those people have resources. Something like that would have happened. I could say, hey, something, this happened, everything is gone. I don't think I would be doing without. I'm confident I can pick up the phone and get some help. Who's going to help her? Who's going to help that woman? Who's going to help her? Her child is gone. So she has, we have to deal with poverty. Do you have to deal with poverty? Then we're killing each other. Have to deal with that. Who's going to help her? One thing we know for sure, who has hurt her? Blaq Culture. Why? This is what we do. Make a black man mad, and if you look at him, if you look like him, you could end up dead. A white man can stand in that same little ninja's face and call him the N-word all day long, cuss his chocolate drop inferior butt out every day, and I promise you, he gonna walk away. Not in Blaqistan. We hate each other that bad. Hate each other that bad. That issue with my friend, I have my number that I'll come up with, and we don't need to be talking about no loan because I know I'll never get it back. I have my number. If it comes down to it, okay, you think about it, it's like, well, I'll just do this and make it work. But the other option, oh yeah, that's a nice house. I'm like, yeah, it's a beautiful home. Go ahead and make a deal. Oh, and I'll give it to you. That's just not. I'm business savvy in some things. I'm just not like that. I mean, that's kind of cutthroat. I just can never do it. That's just a property. Our people are cutthroat only on each other. We'll kill each other down in business, try to take your idea, make a run for it. Some of us, we're hoping to see somebody that may appear to have more, see them go down. How do you just pull out a gun on a disagreement and just take someone's life? And women like this here, I know the black women are tired. Leave Blaqistan if you can. With your children, sometimes it's just best not to even engage. You wonder why sometimes people look at our people and just kind of smile and keep it moving because they think you're gonna go ape shit and do something like this. I'm on to. I get it now. Smile, just hoping you keep it down. Don't go crazy. Don't get violent. Grief, death. Welcome to Blaqistan. Avoid like a bad stock. Avoid it if you can. I feel for this woman. I cannot imagine the horror. Different words, a difference of agreement. Johntavius. Yep, I'm considering him his mother an IOD. The seed of poverty D. I'm out.